This is the worst feeling that I always get. At the back of my head, even when I'm asleep, you're late for work. It's pretty much like, I don't want to fuck up. So even when we were in Barrio, we were in the middle of a stuck tire, in the middle of jungle bar. You can see all these sorts of bees, and I was just there with my friend like,
Okay.
And this Sam, he's like carrying a camera. He had bees all over his face and his arms and his lips and everything. And he, literally to the end of the day, he did not get stung or anything.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the other two, the Australian guy and my other cameraman, got stung here and here. I need to love myself more. I want time to go to the gym. I want time to be able to watch the things I love, not because society tells me it's cool. I stopped wearing a watch starting from that day. Yeah, after that, I just wanted to reset. So, yeah, that was that.
Hi, welcome to another episode here on Feel Good. I'm your host, Joki, better known as Kim. Today, also another noisy episode, I hope. Because I have somebody in the studio that actually, we have known each other for quite some time.
Long time.
Very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, no need to intro long lah, huh? So, today we have Natasha in the studio with us.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining us, Tasha. So, brief introduction about yourself.
My name is Natasha Juan. What do you say I'm working in right now? I don't know. I'm a freelance. I used to be a radio DJ. I freelance for TV as well. I'm still doing that. Now, pretty much doing mostly MC gigs and also content.
Creative industry lah.
Creative industry.
Yeah,
correct.
in the creative industry. Okay. So, like I said earlier on, we've known each other for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So let this conversation be like that also lah.
Yeah.
No need to so tense lah.
Tense meh?
I don't know, but I feel like macam your intro.
Chill lah.
Chill
lah.
Okay. So, warm up question lah.
Uh-huh.
If you can have one fictional character, have to be fictional
Fictional.
character
Yeah.
as a friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Why am I just saying it as if ask people to have imaginary friend like that? Okay.
So you're saying that if I could, like a existing character?
Existing character. Oh wait, you created a fictional character. Is it? Okay, if yes, then you had to tell me.
A bit
I
hard.
have a bobo living in my closet.
No lah, a bit hard. Fictional, as in like if you're talking about, something like that.
Yes.
I would like Toothless.
Huh?
Toothless.
Oh, the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cute. I would
Why?
want him everywhere. Can
Why?
fly.
Can fly.
Really, this time every day I can fly. I don't know. He looks like a awesome dog dragon version.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and I would want Toothless.
Okay.
Yeah. What's with the question though? Who's your imaginary friend?
I actually never thought about it.
Time
I
to
never
think.
thought of it. But if I could have I want to have Doraemon lah.
Ah,
Yeah, because I mean when we were growing up as a kid, right? We always like macam, what if you have Doraemon as a friend? What would you ask for, right?
a lot of things,
Yeah.
man. So many things.
Yeah, I mean but I'm
Buloh terbang. the
Pintu suka hati.
Pintu suka hati.
Yeah. That would already I would have a lot of bucket list tick already if I have Pintu suka.
Saka hati. Jangan. Suka hati ya.
Pintu suka hati kan?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me Doraemon lah.
Doraemon ah.
No need to
Okay.
fly. You can open door.
You got buloh terbang so what? You got everything with Doraemon. You can turn back time.
Yeah.
You can have doubles. You got the blanket Lucina. Yeah, I spent a lot of times with comics when I was a kid, man.
Both of us lah.
Yeah.
I say both of us.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you say, I know exactly what happened.
Not to say it's like quite sad news that Akira Toriyama has passed.
Okay. Yeah.
Like-
So when we record this episode, actually it was actually not. When we record this episode, it has been nearly 2 weeks now, right?
Yeah.
Because he passed on March 1st.
March 1st.
Yeah. We known about it only a couple days back.
Correct.
Because the family only released the news by then.
Okay.
He actually passed away 1st of March.
Oh, wow.
Then the funeral was attended by close family members. Then after that, then they released the news saying that he has passed. It's sad case lah.
Quite sad, but you know how he has impacted our lives. My goodness,
Yeah.
I saved up for all the Bahasa Melayu version comic books because that's what we had, right? It's like number
Yeah.
1 and 2. Is it 43 or 48?
I couldn't remember.
I'm mixing it up with.
But it's
another
also a
different-
lot of version of Dragon Ball.
A lot, and every
Yeah.
single comic book, like when I had it, it's like it has this beautiful. It slowly attaches the images.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know, number
when you
one
line it
up
up
to when you
together.
line it up together.
Yeah, line it up together.
Yeah, that was so nice. And I still remember I was so stingy, you know, like the rest I can borrow my friends with Dragon Ball. Like, nah, nah.
Okay. Where did you get your supply?
Sunday market.
Sunday market. Okay, so sama lah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you, Kuching Kid also you get from Sunday market. Bau Kid also I get from Sunday
If
market.
not Sunday market, that one Lim Magazine, BDC.
Oh. Okay.
Because there were a few. There were a few that I. This was the reason why I loved going to church with my grandma and my auntie. Because I know that after that, confirm go to. I can get a comic. So sometimes, you know, belum cukup bulan. There's no new edition.
Yeah.
So I would go for Ujang, Doraemon, or
okay.
Shin-chan.
Something come back lah.
Yeah lah, something come back lah.
Okay,
So it's very, very happy. It's either I see comics or I just look at the pets. They had a lot of dogs and cats Sunday market last time, bah. And that's why I'm there. Am I even, like, how do I even remember things like so long ago when I was a kid and I don't even remember what I wore yesterday?
Yeah, this is what we call core memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, core memories. Yeah, I do have also. I also remember like I don't remember dogs and cats at Sunday market though, but I remember a lot of fish. At
Hey,
Sunday
it's
market.
around that area.
Oh, it's the same.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, they're categorized into different
Yeah.
parts of Sunday market.
But
So
it's
I
quite
remember.
sus lah, because like you don't know where these dogs are from. It's like literally like every week there's
There's new
like
supply.
sembarang barang only. Like probably you see it there. Okay, this one sale. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, wow. You see, one question really lead so far. Okay. So, just now you already mentioned that you have been with radio. But actually, you left the radio even before the radio ceased its operation here.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So, actually, what happened, if you don't mind saying?
I think I was in radio since I think for about 9 years, 9 years
Okay.
already, and then October 2019. That's when I
2019.
2019.
Hey,
That's
it's
when I left.
right before pandemic, right?
Right before pandemic.
Okay,
right
okay,
before
okay.
pandemic. At that point, I think when I left, I was just too stressed out. I wasn't myself, and I felt like, I was at the peak of my career. I was at a job that I completely loved. You know, I loved listening to listeners. I love meeting new people. But it just got too heavy on me. I guess because I wasn't really balancing my life quite right. Yeah, because I felt that even though work was great, you know, it felt as though I'm completely two different people. Because to stay true to myself, I feel like, hey, I'm always constantly smiling, laughing on radio and all that.
Yeah.
And I felt like it's only right if it would be aligned. Yeah. Yeah, it's more mental. I more about my mental health that I was prioritizing at that point. And I felt that if I was there for quite some time, and I wanted growth. I wanted growth as well. It is fantastic being in radio. It has made me realize how much that I can do and I enjoy doing, because I love writing scripts, like all these crazy promos, all these crazy CSAs. I also managed to have a Gawai hit from that, and a few other covers as well. And
back then there's no ChatGPT to help you even.
yeah,
Everything
there's
you
no
have to-
ChatGPT, and all these things that I've done in radio, it just came so naturally to me.
Okay,
You know, it's like I can write it in 5 minutes. It could be great.
Okay.
You know, and it's just something that I'm really, really passionate about. But when it came to a point where I was like thinking, what do I want to do next? You know, because hits is the target audience is a bit young. And I felt like, okay, in order for me to progress, I need to get out of my comfort zone. You know, this was getting way too comfortable. Not in a bad way. You know, not in a bad way. It's just getting too comfortable for me. Everything just felt too easy lah. And also my mental health at that point. Also, I wasn't prioritizing it right. You know, I wasn't going to the gym. It's basically just work, and then sleep, work, sleep, work. Yeah.
More to work lah.
More to work lah. But then also I felt like if I wanted to what else can I do? What else can I do? But at that point, when I felt like in order for me to find out, I need to leave this comfort zone. No doubt it was a very impulsive. Some people could say that like one day I come and then obviously I've behind my head like I had thought about it already, But just one day, bam, I told them. I'm also surprised with myself, but yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So, I mean, not a lot of people could do that decision because it's scary. I bet it's scary.
It's scary,
Yeah.
but for me, if I wanted to leave, I have to leave at my peak.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I have to leave at
which
my
I felt
peak.
like I have mad respect for people that could do it. Because I mean, like again, there's a lot of people who are stuck in their comfort zone and eventually just go with it because it's too comfortable, ma.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
As in, you sit on a damn soft cushion or sofa,
Yeah,
watching a damn nice movie.
yeah,
Rain outside, breeze, aircon just right.
yeah,
Do you want to get up? No, because it's comfortable, right? Your brand keeps on telling you that this is good.
yeah.
Stay
This is
here.
great.
This
Yeah,
is great.
yeah.
Stay here, right? But somehow there is one little us, little Natasha will tell you something is wrong here. Something you need to change.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to be stuck, right?
Yeah, I'll be stuck, because it feels as though at that same time it feels like I had a war in my head, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
A war in my head, like meaning it's like, okay, you have to prioritize what you like, and then no, like the other side of me, like, no, but you've been working so long for this. What about all the listeners that you are gonna leave behind? And I don't know if don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying this as it really felt like for me when I have to say that to Kiyoshi, it just felt as though like it feels as though I'm aborting a baby that I want to keep. Okay. So it was painful for me. It was painful. But the day when I left, and that was my last day on air, I had all my colleagues were really sweet. I had Kiyoshi in the studio with me and Afik and all that. And they told me about how I was when I started. And even Kiyoshi said that, yo, Tash, why you do this to me, I've been 8 years already. If we got married, I'll keep Premi 1 already,
Yeah.
And as much as I knew this was so beautiful, if I didn't leave, I didn't get to see this. I didn't get to see all these messages that I got through a post that I didn't even... I just put a camera in front of me on my way back to work, and I just spoke about all the nice things that people have sent me, like in messages, just because I was on air not too long ago. And as soon as I opened my mouth, cry way. It's like I was just so touched. It went to... and I'm like... I am just so touched. Like I did something right, at least I feel, because when you're working for big corporates and all that, they don't tell you, it's like, oh, good job, this and that. They will say that you did great. Next time, do better, do better.
Okay.
So, that was that, and it was scary because the first day it became a bit surreal. You don't know what to think because this is the first time in my life I've done this sort of thing, and. But deep down inside, I felt like something saying that you are going to be all right. You are going to be all right, And our late friend, Mike, he was the first one who called me.
Oh, really?
He was the first one who called me. And the last thing he told me was like, Natasha, I hope you know that a person like you, no matter what you do in life, you're going to go far. So promise me never give up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now talk about our late friend.
Yeah.
I always felt that sometimes that's why I had another guest that was also in a very dark space. But thank God that he walked through it. I sometimes feel that the person who seemed the strongest outside, as in you look at this person, you're like, this person,
he's always there for everybody,
man.
man.
He's always there for everybody, he always seems to be the
happiest. He would be the one who's going to
wisest,
not just wisest, he's gonna be the first one that said that, okay, we're gonna do a birthday party for this person, that person, that person. He's always the initiator.
Yeah. And then the next thing you know, something like that happened. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure all of us felt like a shit friend. All of us.
I mean, okay, like just now we were talking about core memories, kan? The day when I received the news, that somehow it became my core memory. Because I literally remember as if it was like yesterday.
Really?
I remember like who said what
Yeah.
in our group.
Okay.
You know, so I remember exactly that. And then after that, I couldn't believe it, ma. As in, you know,
It took me 2 days, man.
macam it must have been just a joke, lah.
Yeah.
You know, he must be, did a prank, and then after that he disappeared, and then you know, hoping everybody looked at him, and then after that, eventually he was like, "Ta-da!"
It took me 2 days to actually sink in because it was just, like I said, like you said, that was your core memory. Mike was, what do you call it? Every single birthday I had, he will give me that bouquet of rambutan, remember?
Oh yeah.
Every single
yeah.
birthday, he'll give me a bouquet of rambutans because I love rambutans. And he never missed, even though in KL. Like, next thing you know, Tasha will come to the office and give it to me. And so that was, like, I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's insane because every single time when I talk to him, when we talk about problems and stuff, it seems to be things that we used to hear from his mouth. So probably we didn't know the severity of it, or not sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite.
Well, I guess
sad.
while we have the opportunity to say it, so if you are listening to this and there is something that you felt like you are alone and you need somebody to listen to you, or if you don't have a friend who is around you that could talk to you,
Reach out to strangers.
yeah, reach out to strangers.
Yeah, I'm saying I do have my own dark moments, and I'm pretty sure everyone does as well. And you feel lonely
Yeah.
because at that time you feel like even the closest ones to you will not understand. But how can they?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they don't understand what's going in your mind.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But for me, I'm thankful that I also strangers, they help a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, just anybody. Just next thing you know, if like something kind happens to you, you'll just forget about everything. Yeah. Also, a place that humbles you a lot or just wakes you up is hospitals. You know, so unfortunately, like I do send my dad every 3 months, 6 months to
Just for checkup,
IJN.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
just for checkups and stuff. And every time I go there, I'm always I feel blessed that I'm there with my dad and I can be there for my dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then, of course, if you go to general hospital, that's a bit more different. Like you imagine the kecemasan ward.
Yeah.
That one immediately humbles you down. Yeah, that one. So sometimes in life when we focus on us a bit too much because I think I'm my worst critic.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that people don't even realize if I don't mention it and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of people are also the same. Like we magnify our problems to the point that actually tomorrow you will still have a good day, you know?
Yeah, true. I think I want to pick up on where you say, because when my father passed, I actually spent like 3-4 days in ICU. Yeah, because my father is in critical condition that time.
Okay.
So
I thought you went to
no,
ICU after that.
I accompanied my father there in ICU lah. So yeah, like you say lah, it really changed your perspective on life in general.
Yeah.
Because that short 3 days, I've seen 3 bodies, including my father. As in, I don't know whether you have seen it. So what happened is, if let's say the person passed in the hospital, in ICU, at first they will tutup the tirai, the curtain, right? So the doctor will come and check.
Okay.
Check. Then the doctor say, okay, I give you the time of death, right? Then after that, the tirai will remain closed.
Okay.
Then after that, you see this 2% from the morgue. They will push this katil besi lah. So they will come. Then after that, they will wrap the person's body. They will wrap it with the sheet that he or she is lying
The
on.
bed sheet.
Yeah, the bed sheet. So he will wrap it, and then they will ikat lah. So, you know the hantu pocong?
Yeah.
That's how they ikat it lah.
Like
Like head,
just
body and leg.
the head can see face not?
No, cannot see lah. They will
Cover
wrap
all.
Cover all. They will wrap it, but they will tie it like that. They will tie it head, body,
Oh, betul-betul like how to
They can
pocong.
see the shape of a person.
Oh, okay.
And after that, they'll put on the katil besi
Mm-hmm.
and they'll push to the mock. So during my 3 days accompanying my dad there, I've seen 3 bodies that is brought away like that.
Yeah.
In that condition,
Mm-hmm.
that is when immediately really puts you in the perspective of there's a lot of things where we stressed about.
That doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. That particular time, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
anymore.
matter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you remember like all the jobs that you never get. You're like, why the job that I wanted so bad, but some other person got it? It doesn't matter anymore. All the money, all the
It doesn't matter.
houses, all
Yeah.
the property that you wanted,
Yeah.
but you never got it, and
Yeah.
you're like, why? But that moment, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So I guess what we're trying to say here is, if let's say you never experience it, it'll be a great time if you could volunteer. You don't have to wait until
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
has an issue, then you go to the hospital. You can always volunteer. Go to a elderly house
Yeah.
or even orphanage,
Yeah.
right? I don't know whether you have helped out in an orphanage. I've worked in an orphanage.
I've never.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to like what is pibakat in English?
Oh, Pibakat is special needs.
Yeah, special needs. I've been there before.
Special needs kids center.
That one also is so, you
Right?
know, it's like you go in there and then you see all these mixed ages, and then you see a little boy there amongst all these older people. But it's so funny as well because not saying in a bad way, but it's funny because like you'll see, during when they have to take the meal, you'll see 2 of these aunties fighting. Like this, another auntie just want to sit down, and the other auntie just like pull her by the collar. I don't want you to sit there. I don't want you to sit there.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why? And then it's just like they become kids again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then there was this young boy. My boss was actually feeding him before.
Okay.
And then he said like, Tasha, you need to take it. What? I cannot.
This is still radio time.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's like,
okay.
Tasha, you need to go. I cannot lah. I said, okay. So I took over. He was in a wheelchair. And as I was feeding him, there were a lot of things going on because at the same time, as much as this little boy is surrounded by all these elderly people, he's the youngest one there.
Okay.
And also
Like how old is that? Oh.
6, 7 like that.
Oh, really young.
Yeah.
Oh,
really
okay,
young.
okay.
Really,
okay.
like a boy.
Yeah.
And as I was feeding him, I'm just gonna tell you every single detail that I still remember happening then.
Okay.
And when I see that, I'm like grateful for what I have in my life, and also grateful to be able to see what's in front of me. But as I was feeding him, there's all sorts of things, because when I was feeding him, he also smells a little bit like puke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's it's overwhelming from every sort, It's every sort. You've got 2 aunties fighting there.
Which is your noise, and after
Yeah.
that you can see them, your
Yeah.
sight, your smell. Okay.
Yeah, there's a smell, and then I just look at this boy, and I was feeding him and like trying not to go all over, and then you're wiping him. At the same time, the other one is like need to go toilet and all that. But honestly, when I was feeding him, my tears just like welled up because what have we been complaining about, man?
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people say, oh, these kids here, not all of them have a heart family. It's not about heart family or what family now. It's just us as a human being. And when you see the opportunities that they might miss in life, it's so unfair, isn't it? Yeah. So that really, woke me up.
Okay. So, like I say, I also Pibakat is the one dekat Ong Tiang Sui.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ong Tiang Sui. Is that the school for the children or not? Because you've seen elderly. I don't think that is.
Not this one, Bo. This one.
Thanks. Thanks. That illuminates a lot.
So if you can see my illustration right here, this one, not this one.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, never mind. When we drive by next time, I will
okay.
show you. But this is the one. That's why I say, is it Pibakat or not? Because I'm not quite sure. This one had a swimming pool and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one where they're staying. Because
Okay. Maybe that is the one nearer to Swinburne. Then
is it?
yeah.
I'm not quite sure which one, but this one, like, if you go to the back,
Okay.
because I think we just followed, one of the kids sent into the room, and that one really like even make me like, whoa, because as soon as I went in there and I went to their dorm or whatever room, that girl was chained.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but this is just because they have self-harm, like they tend
they
to
will harm
self-harm.
They will harm
So
themselves,
this is just a protection for them not to harm
harm
themselves
themselves, yeah.
and also other people.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, like, wow,
Yeah.
the amount of patience that, like, big ups to all the people taking care of these kids. It is not easy. It is so not
definitely.
easy.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. I say I remember because we also I used to have a ex-colleague that the kid is in one of the school. So every year, the event company that I used to work with,
Yeah.
we will organize their Children's Day.
Ah, okay.
Right, so we will like sponsor whatever things that they want to have, lah. So we will have like games, we will buy the gifts, we'll
Snacks
give them
and all that,
snacks and all that, right? So because in this school there are all sorts of kids with special needs, lah, kan? So some of them they are in a wheelchair, they couldn't walk, Some of them are slow learner, and there are a number of them are also with Down syndrome.
Ah,
right?
okay, yeah.
So the first time I see these people, obviously you like, how should I?
How do I behave?
How do I behave?
How do I
right?
behave?
Like,
Without
how do
offending
I-
everybody,
Yeah, okay. But immediately I noticed, kids with Down syndrome, they will always tend to hug you,
Yeah, they're so lovely.
right? They will always hug you. They will always kiss you. First time
They
seeing
come
you.
in a place of joy, you know?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
First time seeing you. But then the thing is, you never experience it, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm a
what
grown
should
man.
do?
I shouldn't do much.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe should I kiss them back? But
Don't simply, yo.
yeah, right. So I don't know what to do, right? I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. That is when one of the teacher came to us and say, oh, yang ini dia memang suka punya. So all of them, then she told us, so all of them, they will tend to hug you. People with Down syndrome, they will tend to hug you. That doesn't matter how old they are, they will tend to hug you.
Oh, anyone with
Any.
Down syndrome. Oh.
That is their, what do you call it, that is...
Is that how they show affection?
Yeah, that is how they show affection. It's just, they just want to hug people.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter when. So this is also shown in like, doctors' research papers and stuff like that. So we were there like every year, man. So second, third year, I don't remember when I actually attended one of the course or something like a talk in church like that. That is when eventually I like snapped. When I thought about it, I'm like, wait, in a way when we thought, right, like people with special needs, you thought like macam, the world is so unfair to them.
Yeah.
It's because they wouldn't have an opportunity that we could have.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like for example,
Traveling ka.
ka.
Just basic
Yeah.
communication. Main badminton ka.
my badminton ka, or even getting a job in corporate ka.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, some of them still could work, still could
Yeah, of
function.
course.
They could still travel, but of course they would need special attention, lah. Right?
And assistance as
not
well.
like us, yeah. But there's something that in the talk that I attended, whereby it put me in a different perspective. It's when I'm like, wait, did God purposely created them like that so that they could have an easier access to heaven?
Oh.
Because why? You see, there's a lot of normal people like us. We will have a lot of challenges in the term of like
Phases in life, paths in life.
we will have extra greed.
Yeah.
Right? The greed is part of it, right? We would have like even as small things like, for example, my friend's partner looks really nice. What if that could be my partner instead? This thought is actually really wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it falls into lust, which is one of the deadly sins. Do you think people with these special needs, whereby they are like, let's say they are slow learner, would they have this kind of thought? Probably not.
Probably not.
They're just, I love you too. I
Yeah.
love everybody.
Come, let's hug.
Yeah, right? So in a way that, at the end of the line, when everybody is put to a judge, and through a judgment day, God will be like, okay, this is the section whereby I
Special access.
special access. for the special needs.
Yeah.
Because I created them differently. Yeah, this is a straight road to heaven.
Yeah, including all the good boys, huh?
Yeah, and then you guys, you're like, now one by one come step forward.
Mm.
So that is actually making me feel
Much
bit
better.
better.
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
better,
That's
a
a
bit
very comforting narrative.
Yeah.
And I don't think that is any wrong. If I were to believe so, I would like it to be
believe
that too,
right?
like, including
Yeah.
all the good boys. When I say good boys, all the dogs.
Dogs,
You know, both of us.
cats, yeah.
That's how we started to be really close because both of us are like crazy dog lovers.
Yeah, so talking about that, now you have two.
I have
Three.
two.
Two. Yeah, two. Now you have two. So that is after the old one passed.
Yeah, that was like left in 14. The one that you rescued.
Jackie.
Yeah, the one that you helped me.
Yeah.
If there's something that you guys should know, I owe my life to Joakim because he, at this point, I think you were still working for the beverage company, right?
Can
So,
mention lah. Can mention I still work with Guinness Anchor Berhad lah that time.
Guinness. I was
Anchor.
about to say Tiger. So
Tiger lah. It's the same brand company ma.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Tiger.
I was on air.
I was driving Tiger band.
Yeah, I was on air one day, and Kim called me while I was on air, and he said, "Hey, Tasha, he said your dog at BDC here running around."
Yeah.
Then I said, like, huh? Is it Jackie? Yeah, it looks like Jackie. And he went and chased my dog. And apparently you chase it until the point where he knows how to go back home. He finally, he chased it back into my house, and he waited there for my dad to come home and also made sure that my dog was all right. And that point it was because of our house door. It went to a point where my dog he knew how to open the sliding door already. Thank goodness we got rid of that door. But yeah, up to this very day, I owe my dog's life to you as well, because this dog has gone lost twice. Twice. The first time, she thought that I was at the BDC shops. Because the day before that I walked there. And then also, I'm pretty sure it was during Chinese New Year or something. So there were a lot of fireworks.
Yeah.
So she went alone to find me. So as soon as I found out, I walked to the shops. My dad was like driving around. My brother was driving around. My dad was like looking at every single longkang. My mom is like, I don't know, she'd be seeing what. Probably she takut because she was the one at fault. So she's like, so she's the one who's like, oh, no. I was like, hiya, you. So so then I realized that, okay, look, in order to get her back, the only thing that humans would react to is money. Unfortunately, it's so sad to say this, but only money would just open it and ask, hey, you could see that dog or not? So I didn't even sleep the whole day. My dad didn't even sleep. We just left the door open at night. Dad was sleeping downstairs in hopes of her walking back into our door. So we did a few rounds, and next morning, I went to photo state her photo. I put a reward there, 2,000 ringgit. Because I said, you give all these 3 digits saja, right? I don't know. I can't take that chance, Yeah. So 2K, we plastered every single thing on the whole entire BDC. I was about to give up. The shops behind Ever Rice. I was so tired, man. I haven't even eaten anything. And in my heart's like, look, if you're going to give up, make sure you've done it all. Okay, so I did that last shop there. And then auntie, first she said tamao. Maybe thought I was selling something, insurance or something lah.
Okay.
I said, no, my dog went missing. And he said hey, got our customer yesterday, the anak pick up your dog, I think.
Oh.
So the person eating stopped, saw that piece of paper, called his friend, and then got my number. As soon as I got home, he called me saying that, hey, we got your dog, My friend's son picked it up, don't want it to kena langgar, whatsoever. Great. And I said okay, can we do the transaction? And after that, we did. And I saw Jackie, oh my God, dia pakai tali tangsi saja, dia ikat to the collar. And I lift her up, and and she was crying already, so happy to see me. And unfortunately, that time when she kept on escaping, her eyesight was really bad already.
Yeah, because you're already old, man.
Yeah, you're so old already. And that girl just wants to rush to me any way that she could. That sembarang only this dog. But yeah, and I finally got her. I was so happy. I prayed, I thanked and everything. Within 3 hours, the guy who originally called the other guy called me and said where's my share of money? I'm like, bro, You don't, I tell you. I didn't sleep one whole night. Like, you go sort it out with the other guy.
Oh, you paid the other guy already?
Yeah, the guy who got it. Like, it's not my
Ah,
fault.
yeah.
Like, it is not my fault. I was already pissed at a point where I lost her. I mean, at the same time being grateful, if you can understand my feelings. It's just a mixture of a lot of emotions. And so he said, like, okay, sorry. So that was that. So you literally saved my dog's life. So I'm so grateful for that.
I mean, like
yeah.
as a dog or animal lover lah. I mean, the pain of us losing.
It's so painful.
It's like a family member lah.
It's so painful.
Family
Even
member
when she
lang,
passed, it was so painful. I couldn't go on air. Literally, even I wanted to, because I lost my voice. You know, I lost my voice. So, and I understand that as well, because even for you, remember we went around looking for your GSD?
Yeah.
Yeah, yours was also like you pasted it on cards and everything. And I was like also going around BDC looking for you, always asking how Kim got
Yeah.
you know, so it's so painful. So when people tell me, oh, it's just a dog,
Yeah.
depending on what kind of relationship you have with it, you know?
yeah.
For Kampong people understand, for them it's just pets.
Yeah.
You know, and I get to see that too because I went on a documentary trip with an Australian YouTuber. So where we went from Kota Kinabalu,
Oh, okay.
you know, so we got this pickup truck from Kota Kinabalu. He flew us there. So we made our way down all the way to Barrio. So we went to
okay.
Mulu as well, went to stop
Okay. By car.
along the way. Yeah, by 4x4.
okay.
And we got the tires, the mud tires, everything all done in
okay.
what do you call it, in Sabah as well. So when I went to the kampong, right, and I was like questioning, we had an Italian cameraman, shout out to Sam. He was like, he's the softest. This guy
okay.
is like, he's vegetarian and he doesn't believe in hurting any being. You know, so
okay.
even when we were in Barrio, we were in the middle of a stuck tire, not us, because there was a lorry that was stuck. So we had to sort that out in order for everybody else to move as well.
Okay.
And in the middle of jungle, you can see all these sorts of bees. You've got the small bees to the big bees to the local bees, and I was just there with my fan like,
Okay.
because I got stung once by a hornet.
Okay.
That was so bad. Like the pain was like unimaginable. So this one's like with bees, I'm like, okay, I had an experience with you guys before, just don't come near me, okay? And this Sam, he's like carrying a camera, big camera like that. He had bees all over his face and his arms and his lips and everything. That's
just
like,
didn't move.
and I'm like, Sam, do you need me to? Why? It's like he was offended that I asked, I told him about the bees. It's like, why? They're not disturbing me. And he, literally to the end of the day, he did not get stung or anything.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the other two, the Australian guy and my other local cameraman, got stung here and here. Yeah. So I'm like, wow. He was literally like, his hands, fingers, lips, eyelids. It's just chill, man. This guy's like a human tripod DJI. I don't know what.
Wait, so the bee just land on his face and whatnot, but just there.
Yeah. It's just there. Okay. It's just there. And I think he's like maybe Mother Nature's son or something. Like, yeah. Because this guy, he's Italian, but he's originally from Ethiopia.
Oh,
and you know
okay.
how fast this guy can run? It's insane, man. Insane.
Okay.
So but before we even say, okay, we're going to pick you up now, he's like, I'm already here. He's so fast. He's so gentle. He's a very, very gentleman. But what I wanted to say to the story about this adventure that I had was when I went to all these kampong areas, they had these dogs for hunting.
Yeah.
You know, for hunting. Yeah. So most of them is like, unfortunately, some are unkept. Some will be a bit kurap, you know. So it gives me also a different vision. It's nothing wrong at all because for these people, they're tools. Their source of food. You know, these are their navigators. It's very different relationship from what we both have. Oh, my baby. Boy, how are you? You know, it's very different, you know. So when I went to Barrio, I'm completely in love with Barrio. And they have so many dogs, all different sorts of breed. You know, I had this one black lab called Stout. That the first day, and I laid eyes on him, like literally every single dog area that lorong, I go and pet, right? I pet, sayang. And Stout, we formed a relationship. That night he was sleeping right in front of the homestay where I stayed. And then in the morning he was there as well. So every single morning when I walked around the neighborhood, there'll be like, first it's Stouts, And then after that, there's Brandy. And then there's like more dogs. And next thing you know, it's like a whole bunch of them just there waiting in line just for
pets.
for pets. And there's this auntie with her ears panjang like that. Ayo, Rami juga kamu ini meeting pagi-pagi. And I just cracked up because most of them see them as just a dog.
Yeah.
So I posted this video on my social media, and some of people from Barbador, they recognize the dogs and all that. And
Wait, all these names were their actual names, or you gave them?
Stout was dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an actual name.
I think there's one called Brandy also, like because these dogs can, like especially in Barrio, they're so close knit. They're so close knitted, you know. So every morning I will have my morning walks with Stout, and then one night I did not see Stout. I got worried. I got so worried. I get so attached to dogs. I don't know whether it's a healthy thing or not. Like this one, baru few days only, like fall in love like my own dog.
I want to move to Bali already.
Yeah, literally that too. And so when I didn't see him, I'm like, hey, where's this Stout? I said like, Sam, you want to follow me for a walk now? Are you going to find Stout? Yes. So we walked. So there's only petrol station shop in Barrio. There's only one. Stout belongs to that shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stout belongs to that shop. And it's very nearby the school as well. So I saw this black body of a dog lying motionless beside a puddle, you know. And I'm like, and I see him like that. And I stopped down. I'm like, Stout, are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong, Stout? And then 1 minute, macam si so lemah-lemah. And right after that, he just shook it off and then like gave me the big sound like, Alah, you, silaka ba? I thought something happened to you, you know? And after that, it just didn't leave anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't leave anymore. And I just love every single dog
So
in
what
Bari is
happened
beautiful.
to what happened to Stout actually?
Malas lah.
Oh, probably it's just a long day of
Yeah, and I
walk
forgot he's a lab that likes to slobber a lot, you know? And it's so
Oh.
funny, right after he did that, I said, like, drink your water. I was pointing to his bowl of water, and he was, like, drinking the mud water. And after he drank so fast, all of it came back out. Dogs are so funny. Yeah. And the good thing about, the surprising thing about Barrio dogs, my goodness, they're so healthy. They eat beras Barrio, eh. They eat all these freshly hunt deers and all that. They are, like, top, man. They're, like, whoa, premium. Nanas pun premium. So like, no wonder these dogs are so beautiful, so healthy. I don't think they sweat that much. It's so cool there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've
Sejuk ba?
never been to Barrio.
It's so cool. Macam Genting Highlands.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the both of you have been. Peter have been.
Pretty
Peter have
amazing,
been.
right? It's insane. I don't want to even go back, man. I'm also adopted by the person who let us stay in the house.
Local there.
Yeah, Mama Bulan Radu. Is it Bulan Radu? I know it's Bulan lah, Mama Bulan. And she told me about like, oh, she didn't have a daughter. I said like, okay, sah. She threw shake my hand. Okay, sah.
Oh,
sah.
she don't have a daughter.
Yeah, she doesn't have a daughter. So I said, okay, sah. So every single day I call her mommy. And she said that my clubbit name is Bawi.
Bawi.
Yeah,
What does it
Bawi.
mean?
She said something like a heroine.
Okay.
Like a heroine of some sort. Like
Oh.
something like I'm not quite sure, so I need to go back and meet my
Wait,
mom.
Peter, understand ya, Peter? Peter, do you understand clubbit ya, Peter?
Sikit-sikit.
Similar to Lun Bawang a little bit.
Oh, do you know what does it mean?
Bawi.
I don't really.
You
Yeah.
don't know. Okay.
Because bulan I know lah. I was like, bulanan. Or
Yeah.
probably something more meaningful in Clubbit. But mine is just Bawi. Yeah.
Okay. So, wah, jauhnya tapi song. Oh, none of the question that I written down. That is when what happened lah.
That's what happened when you talk to me lah.
Yeah, what happened to Natasha lah. So, what is your current project now?
Still freelancing.
Yeah, like you mentioned. But
Yeah, still freelancing.
Anything that you focus more in particular?
So now it's pretty much emceeing. That one is being, whether it's festival, corporate events, and then also social media. And then I have the podcast, just saying podcast.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that too. And diving. I'm looking.
Diving, it's
Diving.
project, man. That is
Project, because-
hobby, not.
Oh, because that is actually my next gig. I'm supposed to go for a trip for a diving TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where is it?
This one would be Miri. The last one I did was in November. That was in Sempurna, Sabah.
Okay. This one in Sarawak.
This
Miri.
one in Sarawak, in Miri. It was supposed to be somewhere this month, but I think they had a few shows on queue, so probably going to be a bit later kot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
I'm actually very, very blessed that I get to have jobs that incorporates with my hobbies. And I
Okay,
love that.
okay,
You know,
okay.
this is something that I'm happy to do. But if people ask me, oh, you're not afraid, girl, you know, you get questions by your auntie, uncle, because they see for people like them who has 9 to 5 job, they don't really understand what freelancing is like. And for them, it's a very dangerous thing to do.
Okay.
It's a very dangerous thing to do because it is not certain.
There's no safety net.
There's no safety net,
Yeah.
you know. But I already made up my mind when I remember when you told me it must be very scary the first few days that you quit. Of course it was. Like the first 2 days, I was like still processing what I'm gonna do next. First day, I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this. Second day would be like, you know, what? Come to think about it, my mental health is so important, but when people like especially my parents and close friends that will worry about how about your income, and for me when I come to think about it, when I used to think about it in a public figure
Okay.
point of view, it's quite stressful
Okay.
because you don't have a company anymore that has all this laid
Yeah,
out for you.
yeah.
Now you're alone, right?
Yeah.
You're alone. But when I came for it from just being Natasha, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna find what I like to do. I'm gonna polish what I'm doing. I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting from a lot of years of experience, a lot of things that I know to do as well. And plus to be honest lah, actually money can find anywhere. Cleaner also money. Buang sampah also money. Posting on social media also money. There's so money you can find everywhere. The only thing that I cannot have back is me. If I'm really broken, if I really to the point that I'm unable to be to even love what I do, like saying that previously I love what I did. It's just that I had this disconnection between body and mind.
Yeah.
You know, because I was also thinking about all these times where I missed family events, and the worst part was when my mom automatically will just tell my other relatives, she's working. She doesn't even ask me whether I'm free.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay,
it went to the point where I feel like, wow, I'm very useless they had it.
because it's a bit extreme already lah. Because you have told mom one too many time I'm working.
Not just that, because they thought they literally put me on a pedestal.
Oh.
She is somebody, don't disturb her. Like she's busy, you know, like she have very important things to do. I don't know how to say that, like humbly, but you know what I mean? Like just my mom's just being like, oh, she her work is very important.
Okay,
It's just that lah, you know. So to be honest, I also feel like quite lousy like this, you know.
kan?
So when my grandfather passed away, you know, like you have to I'm pretty sure like you need to ask for MC and all that. It's so funny because why we feel so bad like why you know what I mean? It's like I shouldn't feel bad about this, but I am,
Yeah.
because there's somebody cleaning up, like helping me out on the other side that he wasn't supposed to. So I had to really, really make that choice. What kind of life do you want?
Yeah.
You know, you have already making your way here. What maybe you can do some things on your own. You know, maybe you can. It's about time for you to spread your wings and actually discover the potential. You know, your own potential, whatever that may be. Because on the third day, it would be like, Hiya, why you don't have Kyoshi to tell me what to do?
Oh really?
Yeah, because most of the time I had my music exec say, okay, Tash, tomorrow you just bring Cheongsam, this and that, 2 o'clock shooting, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Thursday you have this. And this one is like, quit my job. Just got to deal with my brain first. Realize that, hey, I'm all right. You know?
Okay.
And then after that, I just keep on getting offers. And that's when I'm like, I guess I'm the right path. No doubt I did a lot of, I talked to God a lot. You know, I just said that I trust you. And there is a very good reason why I'm doing this. Because as much as I don't want to, deep down inside, you know that gut feeling that is so strong? Like I decide to just trust that and let's see where that goes, you know. So sometimes I just tell my mom, you just tell the uncle, you see, for how long already I quit, so far all my bills I pay, you your car, insurance, Netflix, my 2 dogs, not 1 but 2, grooming, and then my own well-being. And they say, I must say, yeah lah, how you do that? I also don't know. Because all these expenses are not fixed amount.
Yeah.
So maybe this one ada extra, you tarik lah pergi depan, And yeah, that's pretty much it lah. But if you had a choice whether to have a peace of mind or to have a lot of cash in a wallet but stressed every single day, which one would you choose?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you tell about just now when you tell the story of when uncle asks like macam, is Tasha coming to family dinner? No? Oh, she busy.
Yeah,
right.
Automatic, but the response.
Automatic. So I kind of like remember this Chinese New Year commercial. I think it's by the late Yasmin Ahmad. I think I could be wrong. So there's this bunch of aunties sitting together, whereby they are in the old folks home.
What iklan this ba?
Chinese New Year. So this auntie was like, wow, my son so successful, has this.
I know
Remember
that one.
So it's like, oh, my son is a surgeon, has this.
Yeah,
and then after that, everybody, like, their son is how good. Then suddenly they say, ayah, what kia bok yong la. Then after that, look kia leh. Then after that, what kia like tai wateng lah.
Yeah.
So that one, it hits so hard is because
Really? Yeah.
your son so successful, then? Yeah. Right?
It's just your reputation only.
Yeah.
It's
But
only your
rather,
reputation.
now all these aunties still sit here, but the son who don't do a lot, but accompany the
Yeah,
mother.
so you got your bragging rights, but he's not there.
Yeah, right. So that one hits hard, and that is also why. I mean, okay lah. I think for both of us, we are in the same industry.
Yeah.
We do the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
But our time is flexible.
It is flexible.
Mom say, Tasha, can you do this?
Yeah.
Can you bring me to the hospital? You're like, okay, can.
Yeah.
As long as, because most of the time, we are okay, right? Unless we really need to work, right? But because we don't have a 9 to 5, there's a lot of time for family. There's a lot of time for us.
There's a lot of time to talk. Like sometimes when you're so busy, they only can tell about the important things to you. You don't even talk about, you don't even ask how are you? What has been going on, Maybe if they do see you, probably they just also talk about problems. You can't blame them. It's important to them right now that you know all these problems happening, right?
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as like just chilling in silence, or just like, oh, how was it? How is this? Like the bonding part, wow. So like for me, even a lot of people say, why a person like you will thrive in KL. You will make so much money in KL. I agree, but I would be empty. I'll be so empty. I would not know how to forgive myself if anything happens to my mom or dad, my family, and that flight ticket was the only thing making me not able to see them. My dog of 14 years, that was already painful for me, and I saw it, that's already painful. So I don't know if people say, it's like that one, you cannot overthink, ma. These kind of things happens. Like, bro, you have no idea what grief does to me.
Exactly why Peter and I have this podcast is because there are too many of us define our success, but it's by other people. So a lot of us, especially the young ones, they define the success by fat bank account, big house, fast car, right? But it's really not all about that. I mean, unless something in you is so strong telling you that is success, then it's good lah. You chase it, you won't feel empty.
Correct.
Right? But then there are people like us. I mean, still at home with my... Okay, you got 2 dogs. I got 4 cats and 1 dog, right? So, I mean, like, I wake up every morning, I feel like, damn, this is life. This is good.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
And I'm thankful for it every day. And after that, man, there are so many things about yourself. You feel like macam, when last time I used to do like corporate stuff, I really feel like macam something is always behind my back, and if I don't do this, something is gonna go wrong. And then I always feel like macam
you always feel like you're gonna get in trouble, is it?
Yeah.
That stress.
Yeah. But now I need to answer to myself. Kan?
Yeah. Like when people ask me what does it feel like to quit your job suddenly when you're at a peak performance, I just said like at that point I just needed all my chains open. I just need to take off all my chains. That also included the relationship. So my relationship, my personal relationship. So I took off all the chains and all that. And I just want to sit there with myself. You're so unhappy anyways. What do you need? And that's where I started thinking like, I need to love myself more. I want time to go to the gym. I want time to be able to watch the things I love, not because society tells me it's cool, you know? So, and I like listening to my own kind of music, not just top 40s music. So, after that, I just wanted to reset. I stopped wearing a watch.
Okay.
Starting from that day, because last time it's like, I can even, like, no matter how late you are, let's say you're 15 minutes or whatever, like I say, this guy, 4 Justin Bieber songs later. It went like that, you know? And and there's one thing that I said, like when I was on radio, this is the worst feeling that I always get. Every time I sleep, especially on Saturdays, if I have to wake up, that's the reason I do drive, because drive is like I can sleep in everything. But once I have to do it in the morning for Saturdays, at the back of my head, even when I'm asleep, you're late for work. So imagine you every day wake up like how leh?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, even after I quit, I called Kiyoshi like the next week. Yosh, yeah. I dreamt I was late to work lah. It was that, you know, it's just that it's pretty much like I don't want to fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, because every day I just try to be better. I just want to be the best. Oh, but you're doing very well today. Then I have to challenge myself again. You know, just want to be better, want to be better.
Yeah.
And then you just never stop, bah.
Yeah.
You never stop in your mind, just keeps going and going and going. So, that was that.
Yeah, but I think our challenge as a freelancer would be, it's very easy for us to slack off.
You think so?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes. So I need to like macam, I mean, I'm thankful that I have Shaz lah. Shaz will always be the hello.
Makes sense. Like
Pukul 10 orang sudah
okay.
tengah kerja, kamu masih bangun, kamu baru bangun.
Yeah.
Then that kind of thing like, no, I know that, you know, today I need to wake up, I need to do this, you know, at least follow up on this, at least publish your stuff, you know, that kind of thing like.
Yeah.
You know you have to do something, but
you mean you have the tendency to be lazy?
It's easier for us to, you know, like, who's gonna score you?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna score you.
I think, okay, with that part, I have to agree with you. Because for me, not a lot of people, especially if they're not in our line, or like, let's say Shaz, she has accompanied you through events and all that. So she understands.
Yeah.
Like if you have like friends or partners that don't understand you, right? The first thing that I always get, right? Always, be it whoever, mother, father, gentleman or friends, they think it's a very, you have it in you, like you just turn on already, you good, like, you think I Kobelco machine, is it? You know, this is like, I feel sad because then you don't see my growth.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see my growth. Like I've been trying to grow every single time I've done this, no matter how many hundreds of times or whatever, but like don't do that. It hurts my feelings, you know? But it's not their fault either, because when come to think about it, when they scold me back, not my fault, you make it look easy. True also, cannot scold you also. So it is actually a lot of thing goes on during events. You know, there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand. And the worst part is, as an MC, as a master of ceremony, you're the face of it already. So if anything goes wrong, your fault,
you.
not your fault, is you. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I know, I think I speak for every MC out there when I say that is the whole reason why floor managers are so important. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course.
They are the most essential ones, and not a lot of people understand. They just put like whoever is free there, you know. You have been my floor manager also.
The thing is, if let's say you have, like for me, I have an event background, you know, so I understand.
Correct.
You know, so I know, like, MC, it's the one with the microphone.
Yeah.
He or she cannot be running around telling people this need to go.
That still happens,
You need to trigger this.
Yeah.
This switch need to switch on off. No, that's not. That's not
our job.
It's not
Yeah,
a job.
but there's so many times. I mean, I don't mind if I go there and I see what like they're off that I can help. I will.
Yeah.
But if it's really to the point where it is not my fault, then really not an MC's fault, then they really need to start taking floor managers seriously, because right now sometimes I just see like any Tom, Dick and Harry, they just put there. And the worst part, if I ask, don't know. You know, because our job as an MC, you know how much we would like everything to go as smoothly as possible, and every single thing that has been, every single whatever that goes down during the event, whatever you need, it has to be done prior. You know, it's not like some Ronald McDonald happy birthday can lah. You know, if it's informal, I love that too.
Yeah.
But I hope that event organizers out there, floor manager, very, very important, okay? She is also equally as important as the MC, because no matter how professional you have, no matter how professional of an MC you have, if that person screws up, yeah.
Yeah. So
Curhat sekejap, curhat.
because MC are not Naruto. We cannot be at two different places
Yeah,
at
because
the same time.
because sometimes like some people think that MC they know everything. No ball. We cannot simply make we cannot call the shots. You know, it's like for me, my deal would be like there's only one person that's gonna be talking to me, and I only take instructions for that time only.
Okay.
To avoid confusion, to avoid all these, because sometimes you know like during parties. There definitely going to be one pandai one, suddenly want to karaoke or want to this, want to that, which is great if it's like an informal one.
Yeah.
But if it isn't, it's such a headache, because you have to understand events. We are so tight on schedule. You know, overrun, underrun. It's a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So I think as like I say, as somebody that is with event background, my something to share from my experience. So what I usually would tell people now is my base fee, as in my basic fee is this. So then comes add-on. So I jadi macam AA siya lah.
Ah, okay.
So you can do that also.
Okay.
Add-on. So your add-on could also put in floor manager.
So I become my own floor manager.
No. You hire somebody too. But you get them to pay the floor manager. Like let's say for example.
You select your own floor manager lah.
And then you select your own floor manager lah.
Oh, can ah.
Then you obviously you have friends who are in the event line,
Correct,
kan?
yeah.
So obviously they know
What to do?
already. Then
Make your life easier already.
then straight away you're like, okay, for example, I give you an example. I give you an example. So okay, my base is 2,000.
Correct.
All right. For additional 800, I will bring my own floor manager. But you have to pay for this lah.
Yeah.
Then they'll tell you, why floor manager? Then you start to explain.
Yeah.
Then you usually what I'll do is I'll put them in that situation. Like I'll give them situation. Like
Scenarios.
for example, what scenario?
Yeah.
Like what happened if this happens? Who is gonna answer for that?
Yeah.
Then you're like MC lah. He's like no, because I am in front. I'm in the podium. I cannot do this. So I need somebody to take care of it.
Correct.
Giving you an example, like for example, wedding. Okay, you're like okay. When I announce, so ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this handsome couple. Somebody gotta open the door.
Yeah.
You have to tell them, I cannot be there to open the door.
Yeah.
So somebody need to know this. Who is that somebody?
Someone from your side need to open the door lah.
Then they're like, oh, maybe I find my cousin. You're like, okay, but I need to have a meeting with this cousin. Then you go through with this cousin. Then everything will be on that cousin lah. If they say, can you help find somebody? Then like, can add on 800 for
Okay.
my floor manager.
That's good.
That's
good.
So I felt that immediately you give them an option ma.
Correct. Yeah.
Usually MC or usually agency or event manager organizers, they would know lah.
Yeah, they would know.
But there are some who are inexperienced.
Yeah,
give them
mostly
this.
like the ones that I got usually no problem. You know, the ones that I like, the ones I go to, thank goodness they already know. They already know. What we get is always usually already given us to us, and then we just need to ace it lah. Yeah, but what I'm talking about, like, because a lot of people, they don't understand what is floor manager. So I'm just trying to bump it up, saying that it is a very important role. Don't look down on these roles. It's a very important role to glue every single agenda together. Meaning to say that, because MC, you're filled with words. You're filled with things in your head. And then I don't have the time to, like, let's say this band. I will ask lah the question, berapa lagu dah? Is this the last song?
Yeah.
They would be the one who will be keeping scores.
Yeah,
like, let's say there's games happening. I also cannot halfway kira how many they win or whatsoever. So that's their job. You know. So if so basically pay your floor managers well also lah. Yeah.
So that is what I have done before lah. And then there are clients who like, oh, thank God. that you suggested this because we would never know,
Yeah.
So yeah, you can use that as an option too. So
cool.
yeah. Okay, so just now you were talking about podcasting. Let's talk a little
Yeah.
bit about that. I think we have exceeded our time, but just a bit more, huh?
Sure.
Just for your information, I actually asked Yusuf too.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Ayo, when you interview Tasha, it's already first day of puasa leh. Can we do earlier or not?"
Uh-huh.
So that was last week. That
Yeah.
was his text. I'm like, "You give me a time lah, so that I know I follow your time."
Okay. Did he?
No, after that he didn't reply me.
What's up?
It's already first day of puasa. Now how lah? I have to wait after Raya, you know?
No, otherwise, all pagi lah you.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Awal pagi, pita.
Pita.
Awal pagi.
It's like thirsty there. Ayo, need to talk so much, Joakim. Yeah.
So okay, so you have this podcast called Just Saying,
Yeah.
with Yusuf,
Yeah.
which is actually your ex-colleague from radio as well.
Exactly,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So, what made you start what you have done?
You mean the
Yeah,
podcast?
the podcast.
To be honest, even before during the pandemic, I already have a podcast system in my house,
Okay.
which I've been thinking. I don't know if you have this, but because I am a super perfectionist, kan, you got all these brilliant ideas and you never start. You know, you never start at all. So it's still there. I just wiped it yesterday. Not bad out of the dust. But then, yeah. So this one was, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful because I wanted to do so many things, you know, because you already have it, you're in the house. But how hard could it be? Apparently, it's quite hard if it's like almost 2 years you've done nothing, right? So Yusuf was the one that came up to me. It's like, hey, I think Afik was the one that asked. This was the time where everybody all know more investor already.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Afik, he has a studio, and he asked, it's like, hey, anybody want to make podcast or not? Can use my studio, da 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 da. And then Yusuf's like, oh, if you do podcast, I must bring Tasha. Like I want to be must be with her. So like, so he came up to me, talked to me about I on aja. Because for me, you know, it's quite simple. Like whatever it is that requires talking, I on saja. You know. So this one is pretty easy. Shout out to Afik, shout out to Yusuf, because basically we just go in the studio,
Okay.
record, ciao.
Okay.
Afik will be the one chopping up the pieces, putting it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, and that's pretty much it. And so far we ended season 1 last year. Now we're at season 2.
Okay.
Season 2. So not too bad. Not
Okay.
too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is there an aim, or is just like, macam, you know, it's also an outlet for friends to just catch up on
It's
current
pretty much like
trends
when I saw this podcast, I told Yusuf I don't want it to be like a proper interview where you just promote songs and stuff like that. Because I don't want it to be like our radio days, you know, because I wanted the audience or my listeners or viewers to see the other side of that person, be it whether you're a designer, whether you're a Muay Thai fighter, or whatever it is may be. I want people to see the human side of them, what they love doing without the name. Who are they? What kind of hobbies? What kind of childhood they were brought up to, or whatever it is that they have in mind. So this, and it's basically like societal around there. So that's that, yeah. So it doesn't really matter how many views you have on Instagram or whatsoever. If we find you interesting, yeah, we're gonna
Talk to you.
Yeah, we want to talk to you, because I believe, like, even for me, like, you know, like you say, we always go to hospitals and stuff like that. I spoke to so many people that had amazing stories, amazing stories, and yeah, I mean, I see this as it's a breath of fresh air from what I did before. Because this one, I can talk. Like, I can ask weirdest question direct, direct lah. So, you ever work with anyone that you don't like to work with or not? You ever film or not? Then they will say, you know. So you realize that we, as humans, we have more similarities than differences. Like, I think this past 3 years from my work being freelance, it has took me into the rural areas to speaking to all these public figures also. And everyone has always a different side of them that is unseen. Because everybody's got to put a strong front,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But when I went to the kampong areas and I spoke to the kids there and I told them, you don't like to go to... there was this girl who was working in Marriott in Mulu. And I thought she was a chef lah, but she was just wearing the uniform. But
Okay.
is just like the waiter.
Okay.
So I spoke to her because she seemed like she's so beautiful, you know. Orang Berawan.
Oh,
Dia orang
okay.
Berawan. And at that time, it was my first time actually face-to-face with Orang Berawan because I've never seen one before, you know. So when I
These
met...
are the minorities of the
Yeah,
minorities.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I first met her and I talked to her, she was very shy. Even in a restaurant, she was so polite. So when she was walking back, as I was walking back to our rooms, I spoke to her and I asked her, how old are you? She said that she was 19. And she said that she's working there as a waitress. And I asked her, have you been to Kuching? I said, yeah, I've been to Kuching. And do you like being there or here? And then he said, saya suka sini. I said, like,
Oh.
kenapa? Sebab bapak saya tidak mau saya pergi ke bandar, takut saya kena pengaruh orang lain macam itu.
okay.
You know, so tak mau macam semua itulah. And then I said like, tapi kalau kamu dalam hati kamu kan, kamu suka dekat sini atau kat Kuching? Kalau kamu sendiri punya perasaan macam mana? He said, kalau saya suka di sini.
Oh.
Yeah, saya suka di sini. Wow, that really, I'm like so much hope for all the children of the world right now. Because he said like, sebab di sini dia senang saja. Saya balik, saya kerja, saya makan pun cukup, kawan-kawan pun cukup. Tidak payah macam-macam itulah. You know, so when I saw that, I was so proud of her. I was so proud that there is someone that thinks this way. You know, there is someone that thinks this way. So whoever looking down at the kampong people, I tell you, they have the richest life.
Yeah.
They're the wealthiest people that I've ever met.
Yeah.
Beras sendiri, ayam sendiri, all these are like bukan like not from supermarkets and all these. These are all fresh stuff and they get. But
Mau makan empurau, tangkap saja belakang
yeah,
rumah.
tangkap saja, you know. So when I heard what she said, I was like really amazed. I was in awe. I was like, yes, there's still people like this around, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that she doesn't like the I asked her that whether she got TikTok, Instagram, all that. Like she said like, ada tapi saya jarang buka. Tapi saya mau add kamu. You know, so it's probably like once in a while kind of thing, like how people use SMS last time lah. Not like now. Like last time SMS we buat one perenggan bah.
Because it's expensive if
Yeah.
you don't remember.
Yeah, it's not like now. Hi, one. Tonight, how? Should we? How? Last time it's like full proper messages.
Wait, are you that kind of person or are you the...
I'm the worst.
Huh?
I'm the worst.
You are the high.
No. Mine is like read 2 months later then reply. Because because it gets too overwhelming sometimes.
Okay.
Or sometimes when I start doing something, right, I mentally reply already. I mentally reply, serious. I'm not even kidding.
People can see you mentally.
Yeah, mentally I reply already. It's like, oh, yala.
Okay.
So this technology, pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go back to the Berawan girls. I guess sometimes we really have overlooked the beauty of simplicity, right? I mean, the life used to be simple.
Yeah, look
Right.
at us.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
chill.
But then after that, we cluttered our life with so many unnecessary. I mean, not to say unnecessary, but we have
You
been
think-
influenced by our wants a lot more.
I think we're much more influenced because of how... I mean, my job that day also contributed lah. You know, basically I was talking about Kim Kardashian, all these beautiful people. I'm talking about millionaires, billionaires.
Yeah,
It's all about media as well, like media perspective. I'm not saying like there's no wrong.
Yeah, of course.
It's about you as a consumer, as you as a viewer. You should know. You should know also, like as much as you see all these billionaires walking around, you should know that they are so in depth. Also, all these are credit cards, and all these things that you see is not really what is being portrayed. You know. Not everybody is Keanu Reeves, lah, right? Not everybody. Not every single celebrity is like that. So, I mean, we are in a time where we glamorize a lot of wrong things. sensationalize a lot of wrong news as well. And I'm not I'm not going to be into politics, but I'm saying that even that can create chaos when it comes to society, you know. So when we say why the people in the kampongs are much more peaceful, probably because they don't really even give a shit. Because it's so far away. Why my problem? The only thing to think about is like everybody today, we have to eat. We have to do what we have to do. They wake up early in the morning. Sometimes no reason, just normal. You know. So sometimes if you feel too stressed out, step back. Step back. Look at the big picture. You know, don't be too stressed out about if you see another one has an LV bag, all these materialistic wise. I know it's gonna be so hard for you to understand it from our point of view because we experience it and we like slowly like wake up. Oh, see, like these are the world, like this is it. You know. But for those of you still enjoying life, do it. Enjoy life. But I hope you understand that there's a lot of artificial and also you are the only one who knows what happiness is to you. It's the same like how my friends thought that marriage would be, their last goal in life, going to be happy ever after. Next thing you know,
Not ever after.
not ever after. Suddenly become finish liao, you know. So it's I think don't follow the pressure too much. You know, just go your own pace. If you feel that something is troubling you, and this one I say with a lot of love and care, you have to take care of yourself. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be, sometimes you don't know how to explain to other people. I do have that problem sometimes. I have emotional dysregulation. It's like an ADHD tendency where I know something's wrong, but I don't know how to tell you. I really don't know how to tell you. Like no matter how much I try, I don't know how to tell you. It's just a bunch of things of overstimulation that might or may not, depending on how you react to the other person lah. One, if you find that person kind of annoying, you might snap at that person. You know, if you find that person a bit too endearing, sometimes you also don't want to say. So like for me, I think the best thing is every single morning when I wake up, I'm just like, how am I feeling today? Am I do I feel like really bad? Do I just want to be alone? Do I feel like I'm better off alone? So that will affect so I will know how it affects other people as well. And basically, your mental health is so important. Don't get scared don't be afraid to ask for help. I know there are a lot of things that mental health is one thing that I'm very, how do you say, I like to speak about it more often. I think I should have. I think I should be doing more. And maybe because sometimes I say I'm not a professional, so I don't really dare to change how I say as well. But it does not mean that it's not there. You know, mental health in Malaysia, there are a lot of doctors that are mostly just addressing symptoms. Symptoms is like cannot sleep, all these kind of things. These are just symptoms. You don't know what is actually happening. It could be ADHD, it could be a little bit of autism. Like all these could be late undiagnosed stuff. So it will catch up. It will catch up as you get older. Because more, as you know that when we are younger, see people marah a little bit, probably someone would say that, oh, boleh hantar pergi hospital bahagia sudah. You know, mental health is such a sensitive topic to the point where our older folks would probably say like, ayah, their family memang like that. So the family got pattern already, so it's memang like that, you know. Then only growing up and I realized, oh, that's wrong. This is this. Probably childhood trauma, probably not, you know. And now no better lah.
So I guess the round of whatever Tasha just mentioned earlier on is just you take care of yourself, right? Seek help if you think you need. Like I said in the previous episode, if your fever also so long already, fever don't go, you also look help for doctor ma. Why? So it's the same thing, right? If you think something is wrong mentally, seek help, right? Okay, so I was expecting a lot more fun conversation, but I think we grew up.
We went too deep,
Grow up already.
I'm so sorry to hear about your dad, though. I'm so sorry for not being there for you too.
Thank you. It's I have come to the part whereby it's life lah, right? Eventually, we have to go through it.
I know, and I'm looking at you like you know what I'm.
Yeah, all of us have to go through it, but there are a lot of takeaway. for my father's death.
Mm-hmm.
I think things that I've experienced, things that I grew out of and stuff like that.
I know you're about to end this, but could I ask, like,
Yeah.
did you know that he was going to...
No,
Was he sick?
no, he wasn't.
Whoa.
Yeah, so my in a short summary of my dad passing was actually when my dad was hospitalized. I was actually in Singapore for Backstreet Boys concert.
Oh my goodness.
So
That must be heavy.
it was. I still remember because I'm like, oh, I'm a flight to Singapore, right? So his last text to me was, take care, I'll see you.
He was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, I love you. Which something that my dad rarely say.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Asian parent, right? So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna talk to you when I'm back lah. As I took off. Then after that was actually after Singapore already. So I after Singapore, I'm supposed to have like a short trip in JB to look for some friends, to hang out. Then after that,
Or right after Singapore.
after
to debut
Singapore,
lah,
after Singapore. So what happened is the moment I reached JB, that is when my mum called me up and say, your dad is hospitalized. You need to come home.
Why?
I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, but my mum sound really distressed with that lah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, shit, this is really wrong because previously when my dad go to the hospital out of like the blue, it's not this bad. You know, it's just usually maybe, you know, he feel a bit dizzy, you know, just go in hospital and have a check and stuff like that. You know, this time my mum was like, you need to come back. You need to come back. So everybody, all my brothers already got the call already. After that lah. So my brother said, okay, I'm going to, you know, when find time now, I'm going to go back immediately lah. I think June that time, my flight is just the day after saja. You know, so my brother said, I go back first and I tell you what's up.
Okay.
Right? Because we don't know, because my mum couldn't say already.
Yeah.
So then
Frantic already lah.
my brother went back. Then my brother's like, he seems okay leh. You know, macam stabilized sudah lah. Although he
Because
is
of what?
still resting.
What actually?
Actually, his cause of that death is hemorrhage.
Oh dear.
Brain bleeding. Yeah. So it was from that. So what happened was actually he fell into a
Coma?
stroke. A
Oh,
stroke.
stroke.
Yeah, a stroke. Then it went sent to hospital. Doctor have a check. Then after that, doctor actually found a blood clot in the brain. So doctor say operate. That time I already sampai lah. Sudah balik sudah. So operate. So when doctor dig a hole and doctor went in, doctor say, oh shoot, the clot is actually hardened. So it has been there for quite some time.
Oh dear.
Then it has not been found, no? So the doctor said, we found it now, but it's hardened already, ma. So doctor say, because blood clot in the brain, you cannot just poke it and
Burst.
let it burst, and you know, they can only like macam, they cannot also suck it out
Cannot
because
drain.
it's brain, right? Brain. I mean, most of it is liquid,
Fluid. Yeah.
lah, it's fluid. So the doctor say we can't do anything. The only thing we can do is put your father on a medication to actually hope that the clot will
Shrink.
soften.
Oh.
And that is when we soften. Then that is when we can
Extract.
kind of like poke it and then let it flow out. That is the only thing they can do. So the medication that my father was taking was actually blood thinning medication,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
So then the doctor explained the risk would be hemorrhage if it goes wrong,
Yeah.
right? So that time my mother's like, but what choice do we have?
That
Doctor
was the
said
only
there's
choice?
no choice. If let's say you leave the clot like that, he's gonna stay in this state, right? So my mom said, okay. My mom authorized it. So he was put on medication. Put on medication. Soon after, he actually got up. He actually
Stood
got
up?
up. Yeah. Not stood up lah. As in, he opened his eyes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then actually, he actually talked to my brother because my brother was the first one back, right? The youngest brother. So he actually asked my brother, ni 回来了啊? Like that.
Yeah.
You know, my brother said, yeah, I know, come back and, you know, have a look at you. Then my mom asked her lah, asked him lah, what happened, you know. So my father said, when I woke up, I feel a bit dizzy. That's why I sat down. That is how they found him when he had his stroke.
Oh.
So after that, he's like, oh, I'm a bit tired. Right? The mom said, okay lah, go back to rest. Go back to rest. Then after that, become unresponsive lor. It's when doctor like macam check again, doctor say he fell into coma. Go back. That time we all sudah balik sudah. I sudah balik lah.
Did you manage to
The
have a
other.
few words with him?
No.
Only your
When I
brother.
balik, he sudah coma sudah.
Only your brother that
Only my
time like
brother.
ni hulai le, only that.
Only the youngest brother lor. Then after that, so that period, stroke to death was very short.
How many days?
3 days. Yeah. So after that, yeah lah. Friday hospitalized. Sunday passed away.
So he was cool. He wasn't stressed or anything. He's like,
Oh, yeah. He passed away. It's on. He hospitalized Friday Thursday, it was Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday. It's on Wednesday He still go to church. Everybody remember him that he was at the church like any other normal day at the church. Thursday was okay. Friday hospitalized.
my.
So then after that, coma. Then the doctor go have another run. Then doctor say, bad news. It's hemorrhage and it has gotten to the main motor. So me I said that everything else is gone now. He couldn't eat by himself. He couldn't move.
Swallow everything. Okay, not
Yeah,
lah.
all cannot already.
How about number 1, number 2?
No, cannot. Everything cannot. Main motor gone already ma.
Oh dear.
Then the doctor asked, so I'm gonna give you the option now. It's either you let him go, or we can perform the surgery to clear. 1, he's gonna die in the operation theatre. 2, even if he made it out of the operation theatre, he might not make it out of recovery, because recovery injury is there, infection is there, everything else is there.
These are not options, man.
Yeah, so then the last one will be, if let's say everything else is good, he's gonna be in such
Vegetable state.
vegetable state. Are you guys okay?
So meaning to say that like the best, no matter what they do, the best they can do, still he will end up as like vegetable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was 10 p.m.
Uh-huh.
It's my youngest brother and myself in the hospital. That is the hardest signature that I have to sign.
Oof, I
So,
can't imagine, man.
Um,
And it's like, for me, I broke down with you because just a few days before that when we spoke, I always talk about my dad. My dad's sakit kan.
yeah.
Like my dad has but let's not go there later. It's until 5 hours this podcast. So like when I spoke to you, it's always because I still remember when we were talking, you were asking about something, whether it's an event or about the podcast, and I still remember like wait, Kim, is everything okay? I stopped you there, like, is everything okay? Is your family okay? I remembered that. I stopped you and said like, yeah, my family's okay and this and that. So there were no signs of anything.
Yeah.
There were no signs of anything. And next thing you know, on Facebook, I'm like, terus keluar ba mata do, Joakim. Yeah.
Yeah, but after that, because so the last part of it would be, because my father is pretty much somebody, I guess, like me, like to talk to people, like to go out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I might, if it's me, would I want to be in his state?
Yeah.
I'm like, not in a million years. So then eventually we talk to my mother, talk to my family members, and like, macam, I think we're just going to tell the doctor to just let him go lah. So everybody kind of agree. And yeah, I have to put down my signature lah, as the heir lah, as the last kin. One of the hardest signature I have to sign. Remember the day, remember the time, remember the feeling of it kan.
Yeah.
But yeah, then after that, I guess, really put into the meaning of everything happens for a reason, So yeah, that is that lah. Part of life lah. Part of life. I mean, we all have to go through it eventually.
Yeah.
So
I didn't expect this podcast would be so #deep one. I was expecting like when both of us go out, like when we go out, usually we'll be laughing our heads off and like non-stop sampai sakit perut ketawa.
grow up lah. Grow up.
Wiser already.
Yeah, wiser. Okay. So we can't wrap this up lah. Okay.
Bye-bye. That's it.
Alright. So like the podcast name, Feel Good, right? So if let's say you have been through like whatever we have talked about, right, or during your very down day,
Yeah.
what is your feel good?
What is my feel good? What makes me better?
Yeah, what?
My dog.
That's
That's an easy fix.
For kids.
Yeah.
For kids.
Oxytocin. Yeah.
Hug them when they lick your face.
Yeah, because I feel like dogs, they're like, they're the only animals as well.
Yeah.
They're the most present thing in this world. Because when you look at them, they're just looking at you. They're even like, if the breeze also, they like, they smell everything. So I think my dog really, like when I see my dog and when I play my phone, like Pablo will just push my hand. So I will just throw my phone, like, come here, you. Like, I make sure an hour, 30 minutes, like just uninterrupted bonding. Yeah, that keeps me
That is your
sane.
feel good.
Yeah. What is yours?
My feel good is a lot. So depending on what kind of situation I'm in.
So could be gym, could be this.
Could be gym, could be have a lot of food, which is something that I also cannot have already recently. Oh my god. So it can be comedy.
Yeah.
It can be stupid video on YouTube.
That one is also mine lah, but I say like my main is my Pablo. My main.
okay,
That one
okay,
is
okay.
instant.
Instant.
Terus like
A
I work
beacon
hard for
of
you
joy. Yeah, it's good,
Yeah.
right? It's a good always to have that feel good around you. That's a good thing. But what I hate about having a fur kids is we somehow know that.
Yes, then let's not go there.
Yeah, okay.
The life, like, it's very, I see one gray hair already, I'm like, yeah, life is short, guys.
Really, I really need to rethink about the podcast. Why every time sometimes I talk to like older friends, not like in their age, but people that I've known for quite some time, it's somehow straight into like
Something more deep.
something more deep.
I think because we have experienced stuff that we really want to share. Yeah. I think because we understand already, we start like throwing off all the fluff, all the noise, all the things that don't matter. Because it's quite scary this year alone. Like, I feel like Facebook, like when I see Facebook now, it scares me because either I'm seeing it's like basically an obituary for you to keep track, or like that's where you see your friend's birthday. I thought we want to say bye-bye already.
Okay. What is the last word that you want to say before we say goodbye?
Be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's all from me.
Be kind to yourself. Okay, so thank you very much, Tasha, for coming to the studio. I appreciate it. And I hope you all the best in whatever you do.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
When you tell other people to take care of themselves, you also need to take care of yourself. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
Same goes to you,
Sama.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's all for this episode.
Mwah.
Go and watch some comedy after this episode. Huh? All right, thank you very much for watching. Signing off until the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whee!